All right, the time you have been waiting for is finally here. So this is the day I will unmask. Now, first of all, I want to explain why I masked up to begin with. So, we are at war. I've been saying this for a long time. We're at war. And when I started talking about this, when I became aware myself of this, I was afraid that we were losing. I mean, my attitude about all of this has been, they're going to do this to us and we can't stop them. You know, they're going to overthrow our government. They're going to round up 25 million people and put them in FEMA camps because they know they'll never agree to communism, so they got to do that to us. And I think they're still planning to do that. But I don't believe any longer that they are going to succeed. You know, my mom is one of the reasons I cut my hair off and my beard off and changed my appearance so drastically. And you may not think it's drastic. We're about to find out. You can tell me. Tell me in the comments whether you think you could have made me on the street corner or not. I gotta tell you, I got a really weak chin and I was covering it up with the beard there. I was covering up a whole lot of ugly. But my mom begged me, you know, delete that channel and cut off all your hair and don't make any more videos. You know, Antifa or the communists or somebody's going to come after you. And when they hit kind of close to home and Antifa showed up asking questions at a family member's home, that shook me to my core. And so I made some changes. I changed my appearance. I changed my routines. I changed where I go, who I see. And I felt like I gave them the slip. But in the interim time where I've been wearing the mask here, I feel like the tables have turned. I feel like that maybe we're going to win. A lot of things have changed. It looks like that instead of overthrowing our government, their plot is going to be exposed. And it's looking to me like none of us will need to hide anymore. It looks to me like we're going to be able to walk down the street and speak our mind and have freedom of speech and not be beaten. Because it's all coming to a head. Everything that I have told you about is being plotted. It's coming to the surface. In my very next video, I'm going to talk about one more element. One of the elements that makes me feel like we're winning. And although my mom wanted me to hide my identity completely, she also said something to me the other day that gave me the courage to unmask and come back to you so you can see what I look like for real without all the rock and roll hair and beard. This is just me. And she said, "Son, you should never be afraid of anything. God protects you. He protected your daddy, and I've seen him protect you, and he's protecting your children too." And I believe that. I've dodged bullets. I've been attacked. Spiritually, I've been called names. I've been ridiculed for my beliefs, for the things that I hold true to. I mean, I've stood in the viper's den, and God has always protected me. And I have no fear. And honestly, my fear that I did have, why I was being so careful, is because I was afraid that maybe God wouldn't protect my kids and my family. But I see, I'm not getting religious on you, but I see the hand of the Almighty at work in what's going on in the world today. And that no weapon formed against any of us is going to prosper. That God still blesses America. And that there are still people here who believe in the religion of freedom and the right to live and let live. God, I'm such a crier. Yeah, I love this country. And we're winning. We are winning on so many levels right now. The word has gotten out. Yeah, are there still a lot of people asleep? But there's a lot of people waking up. And suddenly those scary people don't seem so scary anymore. Suddenly Antifa seems powerless to me. You know why? And I hate to put so much on one guy, but I feel like Trump is on this. I feel like we're going to see some major moves on his part to put a stop to this. And if for some reason he fails, this channel has proven to me that the American people aren't going to take it. That I am not alone in this. That you, my viewers, are there with me. So many people of you, so many of you have sworn to protect me. And that means so much to me. I'm quite good at taking care of myself. And I am sneaky, and, I do know how to disappear. And, but thank you. It makes me more courageous. And so now the trolls get to make fun of my face without a chin. What happened to Sage's chin? Someone removed his chin. Yeah, that fake beard was part of my image. Trying to look as good as I could. But this is the real me. I'm glad some of my mustache and this came back, because when I first cut it, it's been a little over a week. I'm not sure. Time is compressing for me. But, so this has grown out. You could see my skull when I first did it. And this is coming back a little bit. I didn't take it all off. I left a little bit here, but I thinned it way out. It was just almost just non-existent. So, but now you get to make fun of me. But I got to tell you, we're winning. I can come out of the shadows because we're winning. We're winning because people are waking up to what's going on. Even the press now has to talk about the Uranium One fiasco. I believe that when all of this shakes out, we're going to find out that Barack Obama was the most corrupt, and working alongside with the corrupt Clinton crime family, that they were able to fleece a lot of money through those foundations. Money that they intended to use to overthrow this government and bring communism about. When people said, Obama will never step down, he's going to be a dictator, I laughed. I thought, you paranoid people, I'm sure that's how some of you feel about me and the things I talk about. Well, I didn't believe it. I had voted for the guy, But when he got a building, a compound, when he rented a compound just blocks from the White House, when reports came out that he was setting up a shadow government, and this whole resist thing happened, that and the rise of Antifa, which touched me close, so close, even, Evie, almost a woman who I consider almost a member of my family, they were able to turn her. And, I weep for her because I feel like they took her soul. I'm sorry, it's not the best video ever. It's emotional for me. This stuff is real, it's real to me. I feel it. Tell me you haven't felt it. Tell me you haven't felt the tension on the street. I don't even care if you live in the smallest town. If you're even partially aware of this. For a while in the Portland area, I could look at people and tell what side they were because they carried the emotion of this thing with them. America's Constitution was designed for change, but for change to be orderly and slow and incremental. And people that are trying to change this country overnight, Obama, that's not the kind of change I was hoping for when I voted for you and bought your line of bull. But we are winning. And in this next video I'm going to make, I'm going to talk about one of the areas we're winning. Because we're exposing them. I will share with you a story in my next video of where I was asked as a young musician to sell my soul to the devil. I was asked by the establishment, given the opportunity, they called it, to join them. And I've talked about this in a previous video a little bit, but I'm going to talk more in depth and talk about how it ruined my career as a musician when I didn't join. when I didn't jump in. And I've known for a long time that the people that run Hollywood and the music business are demonic. They're all witches, man. They're all devil worshippers. And the ones that aren't, I know, and maybe I'll talk about in that video how I feel like some of them slipped through. And sometimes I kick myself because I feel like I could have slipped through. Maybe I could have made them believe I was a believer, or I was going along with it without actually losing my soul. But honestly, I was so offended when the offer came that, I just completely repudiated it and decided to do it my way, which led to a long life of struggle. But we're winning. We're winning thanks to people like Alex Jones and Roger Stone, thanks to people like the Project Veritas, thanks to the women who were strong enough to stand up and out this Harvey Weinstein character and expose him for what he is. People like David Seaman, who produced all the information on Pedogate and has undergone so much persecution from Silicon Valley for expressing the truth, telling the truth about what is really going on. Corey Feldman, that's another story that's going on right now, and I hope this promotes you to go out and Google these things so you can see all the many facets. But Hollywood is falling. The media, the fake news, they're falling. The NFL is coming apart at the seams. These were their power bases. They had us through entertainment. They had us through this idol worship that we would give to people who were talented and who had been created and sculpted by Hollywood. God, I wish I didn't have the shadow on my face. This is maybe the longest video I make because we are winning. We are exposing their plot. They have been using music, entertainment, and media and news, fake news, to create a false reality for Americans, to keep us all asleep while they rig the game against us. And Donald Trump, whether you believe in him or not, this has triggered them to make their move. They aren't going to wait 4 years for another election. They're tired of losing elections.